Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, I believe October 27th, and it is about 8:30 in the morning, and I know I've been promising you guys a health update, but I just wanted to make sure that I had everything in line before I filmed this. Sorry for the way I look. My hair is just freshly blow dried, and I'm just in some comfy clothes because I'm about to finally take my SIBO breath test. And my alarm went off on my phone to remind me to take my test. So the point of this is basically to test the bacteria in my stomach, basically I think it's to like test the, not lifespan, but kind of like the functionality of the bacteria and like when it's its highest and things like that. So basically it's just a test to see if I am methane or hydrogen dominant, but I do believe just based on my symptoms that I'm gonna be methane dominant, and it'll just kind of help with as far as like any antibiotics my doctor prescribes me and possibly the way we go about treating it. So I'm taking this. I mean, it could come back that I don't have full out small intestine bacterial overgrowth. That is what SIBO stands for, but we do know something is going on in there as far as like the way my gut is processing food and kind of my gut biome. So I am also starting today working with a nutritionist. Actually, it is my friend Jasmine. She has had tons of experience treating patients with small bacteria overgrowth and just gut issues to begin with. So we are starting today. It is basically a revamp of my whole diet. It is kind of like a glorified reversed diet to what we are doing. So we are starting this week removing any sugar additives, any extra sugars, like any onions, garlic, anything that's gonna set my gut off. We are removing it completely from my diet. So staying very basic. We have moved to a lower carb approach because the sugars in carbs are what the bacteria feeds off of, and I have definitely noticed that. And it makes total sense because when I was in prep, I mean, I still had symptoms, but the symptoms were definitely not as prominent. Mainly because I was lower carb, I wasn't eating as much, my digestive tract was not as taxed. So when I started trying to reverse out of my prep, adding more carbs specifically, my body was just like, girl, this ain't for me. So it's kind of why I've been feeling like crap. I felt like I don't feel like I've put on a ton of uncomfortable amount of weight, but I do feel like where my weight is distributing is very uncomfortable. It has always distributed around my midsection. Now I know why. My limbs usually stay fairly lean, but I'm kind of ready to get this figured out, make sure my body is processing and absorbing my nutrients properly, because can't gain muscle and get those gains if I'm not absorbing my nutrients properly. So the plan today is to take, I don't know if you can see it all back here, this 3-hour breath test, and then I'm starting my plan with Jasmine right after. I have been fasting since about 8 o'clock last night. You had to do a 12-hour fast before you started the test, and then you have to fast the entire time through the test. The 2 days leading up to it, there's a very specific diet as far as what foods you could eat, because they still wanted to keep the bacteria living, but they didn't want it like feeding off of any extra sugars. So it was very basic as far as like what I could eat. So the only things I could eat the past 2 days were eggs, very plain protein. It could not, like the meat could not have been seasoned with anything. White rice, any fat oil source, so like coconut, olive, avocado, but I just chose coconut because that's what I had. And then the only seasonings you could use were salt and pepper, and the only drinks you could have were weak black coffee, weak black tea, and water. So needless to say, I'm so glad that is over. And then I have new macros from Jasmine. She also provided me with a meal plan, but what we were doing is starting this week with only foods. If you're familiar with the low versus high FODMAP foods, we are starting with only the foods in the green section. I will insert the list of foods in here. We are starting with only foods from that green list. I can kind of fill my macros as I feel fit, but she gave me kind of a meal plan just to give me an idea of how she would break down the meals. It is a requirement too to take 4 hours in between each meal, because that is, I need to look up the term that she uses, but that's basically how long it takes your body to digest your food. So 4 hours. So she wants me to allow that 4-hour period for my body to fully digest my food before I'm putting anything else inside of me, because I've mentioned before, when I eat, I feel like it just sits like right here in my stomach and then it just builds and builds and builds, and I get really full, and that's when I start to feel super sick. So I'm going to start this. I have to breathe on a test tube, and then I have to drink this solution. It is called a lactulose solution. All the information is on SIBOcenter.com for this. I had to order it. It was about $180, but I know it's going to be worth it to finally get some answers. And then I have to breathe on a test tube every 20 minutes for 3 hours. So I should be done between 11:30 and 12. And I'll check in with you guys in the next clip because I'm going to be hangry once this is over. See you guys soon. All right, so I'm about to take my second sample. It's been about 20 minutes since I drank my solution. So I have to breathe into this tube, and then I have to take this test tube, and this is what's gonna take my breath sample. So, gotta breathe onto this, stick this in, and then that's it. So, let's do it. That is it. So then I'm going to fill out my little form so they know what time each of these samples were taken. And I'm going to do this every 20 minutes for the next few hours, and I'll check in with you guys when I'm going to make my food because I'm going to do a full day of eating for you guys. See you soon. All right, guys, it is like 11:40 and I am, excuse me, I just took my shots of apple cider vinegar. Woo! I'm done. Woo! 10 samples all boxed up and ready to send back to the center, and I should get my results back in about 2 weeks, and I am so hungry. So this is just some egg whites mixed with some grated zucchini, and I made them into like some omelets. The first one got a little burnt, but the second one looks better. Some pumpkin, canned pumpkin in the middle. Make sure when you get your pumpkin that is 100% pumpkin and there's no additives added in there. And then there is some peanut butter on top. Cannot make my voluminous peanut butter with cashew milk because I'm not having cashew milk right now because there are thickeners in it. Some sea salt, pumpkin spice, and 1 packet of stevia. I also have some black coffee with 1 packet of stevia. Stevia is the one sweetener I will use, but I'm going to go light on it. And then obviously some cinnamon. And then I have my lunch all packed and ready because I am going into work in just a little bit because we are having the kids come in for Halloween today. So this is just, you can kind of see some pureed carrots, some grated or riced zucchini. I put some coconut oil in there. There's 6 ounces of chicken, and then some cumin, paprika, salt, pepper, and then the one hot sauce I am going to be using is this brand because literally the only ingredients are water, chili peppers, vinegar, salt, and salt spices. So, gonna use that and gonna do a little bit of work, eat, change, go to work. And those are the 2 meals I'm eating before I work out. I took my vitamins, took my 2 shots of apple cider vinegar because I'm switching to the morning, and then I'm gonna go work out. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. What is up, YouTube? It is about 5 o'clock. I just finished working. I am just pulled up to the gym. I'm gonna go in and try to train some legs. That test, it didn't really hit me until like later, but the solution you had to drink during the test was basically the sugar that sets off the bacteria in your stomach. So that just proves to me even more that this test I took, I am almost 100% guaranteed that it's gonna come back pretty positive. But it made me pretty sick. But it's the kind of sick where like, it's just like super crampy. You feel nauseous, but like, you know it's not because you're sick, it's just because your body's having a reaction to the sugars and what you ate. So I'm gonna go in and see what I can get done. Usually like moving around, it does help. It helps like move things around. Just sitting kind of just like it sits there like a rock. So I'm gonna go in, try to train some legs. I did get some of my new supplements that Jasmine and I have me starting this week, so I can go over those, but I kind of want to wait till I have like the whole batch of them. But it's a whole supplement regimen to help kill off the bacteria. I was also searching around for like stevia sweetened pre-workouts, which I am completely failing at, which Justin at Magnitude Life Science told me I would, because stevia sweetened supplements just taste like crap. So I've kind of been playing around because sadly I'm having it right now, but I need to cut out Supersonic and Interstellar for now because they both use circulose as the sweetener, and Interstellar also contains soy. Not that any of that is bad, but it's stuff that like I cannot have right now. It's on the red list for the FODMAPs, so I can bring it back in eventually, but right now I just need to be careful. So I ordered some Extend stevia sweetened BCAAs. We're gonna see how those taste. I have not heard great reviews, but don't want to lose my muscle because I am on a lower carb, and so I'm doing as much as I can to preserve that. I'm also thinking of kind of making my own pre-workout. Justin sent me a sample of Hydro Pump by NutriKey. I'm gonna go with the unflavored kind because there's no added sweeteners, nothing, and I may just pair that with my Operate and creatine, and then also thinking about adding in some beta alanine and kind of creating my own pre-workout. So I'll keep you guys updated on that, but I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna train some legs, feel better, and then I'm gonna go to the grocery store because I need to stock up on some more veggies, some zucchini. What else did I need? I have a list. I know I need zucchini. I need new peanut butter because the Jif's natural, even though it says natural, it has added sugars. So Jasmine recommended the Adams brand, so I'm gonna look for that. I need some banana. I am slightly intolerant to bananas, but bananas are really good for the gut. So I've cut them completely out since I found out I was intolerant to them. So I'm gonna try to add them back in because eggs seem to be sitting okay with me. So we're gonna test bananas this week. I need more carrots. And I think that's it. So I'll see you guys after the gym. All right, back from the gym, and I thought I would show you guys what I got. Not shaker bottles. Sorry, zoom in on the face. That's what happens when you live on the 3rd floor and you jam everything in your grocery bags. So I stocked up on carrots. It's so funny. I used to buy these packets of carrots, like these big ones, for my horses, but they are a better buy than the baby carrots, and I can't do canned vegetables right now. So I got the big ones, and I'll probably cut these up, puree some of them, and then probably air fry some of them too for a few different options. And then I think I literally bought Albertsons out of the zucchini they had left. So much zucchini because I'm literally eating it with like every meal. Tonight I'm gonna make zoodles. And then, like I said, I'm going to be trying some banana. So I got a few of those. Those over there. And then, what else did I get? Ooh, I forgot I got these. I really hope none of them broke. Stocked up on some eggs. Just some whole eggs. And we're good. None broke. And then, did I get anything else? Oh, yes. I got some bamboo shoots. These are okay. I forget the ingredient in canned vegetables that I was reading. Calcium chloride, I want to say, is in there. This literally is just bamboo shoots and water and bamboo shoots. You can literally have an unlimited amount in the green section. So they're only 5 carbs for 142 grams. So definitely going to be pulling those in to my diet for some volume. So I got 2 cans of those. And then, like I said, I'm going to be switching peanut butter. So I got the Adams Natural. It's made without any hydrogenated, why can I not say that? You know what I'm talking about, oils. And it literally, the only ingredient is peanuts. So, got that. And that is it. So, I'm going to get dinner ready. I think I'm going to have zoodles with some olives and tomatoes, ground turkey, and some nutritional yeast on top. And I'll check in with you guys when it's ready. All right, last meal of the night. I have 2 full eggs, 135 grams of egg whites, some cinnamon, sea salt, pumpkin pie spice, 2 ounces of blueberries, and then a serving of peanut butter. And then I am also going to have this tea with a little bit of stevia in it and call it a night. I will check in with you guys in the morning and I'll probably close out the vlog then, but I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning, YouTube. It is Saturday at about 10:55 a.m. I got up this morning around 8 o'clock. I did some client check-ins and just had my coffee and just kind of relaxed and hung out. And now I'm going to eat because I'm going to go deadlift and do some back. So this morning I'm going to be having some pumpkin puree. Like I said, when you buy pumpkin, make sure it is 100% pumpkin. Like literally the only ingredient in this, if it'll focus, is pumpkin. So I'm gonna do some of that. A little bit of banana. Like I mentioned, I am testing out banana because it did show up on my food intolerance test, but I'm testing it out, seeing how my body reacts to it. And I'm gonna do some egg whites and 1 whole egg, and that is how I'm going to get my day started. And as I mentioned, I am taking 4-hour breaks in between my meals, and I looked it up, and Jasmine refers to that as the cleansing wave. So it's basically your body cleansing out all the food. Sorry, I'm reading from my notes. Basically, it'll help allow for proper digestion, allow for my blood sugar levels to remain consistent throughout the day because they do spike when you eat. And then also help ignite my metabolism again. So this is just again for the first part of my treatment. I will begin to be able to eat a little more frequently if I choose to once I do get this bad bacteria out of my system. But I am liking taking that 4-hour break because I'm not feeling that feeling of the food just like building. It does feel like I actually get that hunger cue again. So I am liking it. It was a little bit harder to adjust to in the beginning because I was so used to like 2 to 3 hours, but we are getting the hang of it. So I'm gonna make breakfast and then I'm gonna go train. But I think I'm gonna close the vlog out here. I may put some clips in of my workout, but close this vlog out here and I will check in with you guys after my first full week of these new macros. Again, I'm hitting right now 100 grams of carbs, 95 fat, and 155 protein. So I did take about 120 carb decrease. So my body's kind of feeling it right now. I do still feel a little bit sick from that breath test because that solution I had to drink was just basically the sugar that sets off the symptoms of SIBO. So last night I was just like basically miserable because I just felt like I ate a crap ton of food I shouldn't have when I didn't. But got the first day underway. I'm feeling better this morning and I will check in with you guys in the next video. I'll show you guys my full new supplement routine because I should have everything here. And I also just ordered a bunch of stuff from Justin because I'm kind of creating my new own pre-workout right now because I can't take Supersonic or Interstellar because of the circulose that's used in it. Circulose really isn't bad per se, but it's something that I'm trying to avoid right now. So I'll check in with you guys in the next video.